And we're back. Straight facts.
Straight
Man.
facts. Hold
Straight
on, let me
facts.
turn this game off. Let me lower the game. I said turn the game off. I just got it on. This is it's well, you know, I'm on a delayed stream, so mine is 59-70.
Celtics?
But you know, Celtics is only up by a little. They should be smoking them, but you know, Celtics doing Celtics things.
I see. Well, anyways, welcome back to another episode of Flagrant Two, X and Lou. Oh shoot. I got scared for a second, like what was going on? This is my TV. Anyways, welcome back to another episode of Flagrant Two with X and Lou. WNBA, yeah, we back. We gonna get into
we support the titties.
We Oh man, if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be tuned into our newest episodes of the Flagrant 2. Your number one stop for all basketball content. Please, Louise, we support the you trying to get us canceled. Get us canceled. Before we get into second round, WNBA started yesterday. Brand new season, a lot of hype. Caitlin Clark, 20 points, 10 turnovers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody trying to gloss over those turnovers.
Bro, it happens. It happens. At least she had a double-double.
She had a double-double? Did she really?
10 turnovers.
Oh, shoot. I'm thinking, like, don't nobody... Turnovers don't come on. I'm like, she only had like 4 assists. Like, what are you talking about? Double.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I'm just saying, bro. But nah, man. I think, of course, my team to watch is the Liberty. I gotta go for my girls in New York. I'm hoping Sabrina takes the lead, but I need her to get MVP this year. Matter of fact, what's the name? The other shorty. What's her face? Her counterpart, the one that should have won MVP last year.
Brianna Stewart.
Yeah.
No, you're wrong.
No, not Sabrina.
Brianna Stewart, I said.
Oh yeah, Stewart. So I don't know what I thought I heard you say, but yeah, Brianna Stewart. She better go get MVP this year, and I need Vegas not to win again.
The first game, man, they ain't show up. I don't care what anybody say. Jonquel Jones was out there going to work on the block, man. So, you know, shout out to her. I don't know what Stewart and Sabrina was doing out there, man.
Yeah, I don't know what they was doing either.
Well, you know, shout out my girl Asia, man. He's hating on the Vegas.
I'm not hating on them, bro. They beat us. They beat us, bro. They beat us in the finals.
They're going crazy, man. My boo Asia, I already told you can fly me out anytime, you know, anytime you ready, I'm ready. You feel me? I'm just saying.
Her or Kelsey Plum?
He trying not to get me. Huh?
Her or Kelsey Plum?
Who am I choosing?
Yeah.
I'm choosing Asia, man. I love me some Kelsey. She's so... Hey, look. But Asia is my girl. You know, I've been riding with her.
You've been riding with Asia since she got drafted. I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. I feel you. But you know, I got ride with Sabrina. That's Kobe put the stamp on that. You know what I'm saying? Got ride with my girl Sabrina. Plus, it's Liberty, bro. It's Liberty. New York, baby.
I feel it.
Anyway,
let's get with you. I'm glad she did.
Get into these games. I'm not even going to discuss the Celtics versus Cavs. If they don't close out tonight, we'll discuss that next episode. Yeah.
This is kind of...
Well, let's get into these Timberwolves and these chicken nuggies. Because my boy MVP was going crazy. They don't want to lose, bro. We called it the last episode. We said that the series might be over. The series not over.
Ooh.
Well, we said that. We said that with the 2 wins. It's a series now. 2 wins at home. They took the 2 wins on the road, and it was looking dark. We said that they could possibly get 1 on the road, but it's gonna be hard to get 2 at home. They got 2 on the road. Then they went back home, got another one. Series 3-2. They could possibly close out tomorrow.
Yeah. I think it's an absolute fantastic job what's going on. And like we said the other episode was that Jokic had to be Superman for them to win.
We had to. We said that.
He
We
had
had to.
to. And the thing about it, he was dominant, but I think it's also the emergence of Murray actually that last, not obviously not the one at home, but the games. You know what I mean? Him actually finally looking healthy and playing like he's supposed to be playing, where they can actually go to that 2-man game, change the series, and then as well as them
the
actually
defense of Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, and then them actually adjusting to Minnesota because taking the ball out of Murray's hand from bringing the ball up court now.
Yeah,
to take away the pressing. So now these guys can't press and get them out of their game. Like, who are you going to have press Aaron Gordon up court? You got Mike doing it. Like it is what it is.
Or Joker, because Joker was bringing up the ball too. Matter of fact,
exactly.
What I liked about last game, Joker was pushing the ball. He would get the rebound. He's immediately pushing. He's trying to set the tempo. I think that's what I like the most about last game. And the fact that they adjusted to Anthony Edwards and doing their best to get the ball out of his hands. They don't want the ball in his hands. You're going to have to find somebody else to beat us. And Cat was working early, but as the game was going on, Cat wasn't working.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards is going to have to do they're going to have to figure out how to free up Anthony, or Anthony's just going to have to dominate. He's going to have to show up in a big way. But yeah, shout out to the Nuggets.
No, that's a fact. And I seen you talk about, you said Cat. I wanted to leave Cat out of this because Cat play like trash. I hate to down people, but I always talk about how Cat is supposed to be the X factor, but I also talk about how he's soft on the other hand. Like, it's just like, we want you to be good, but then you're like just do stupid stuff, bro. Like your brain, like, you be playing like you're 14 years old out there.
I don't like the fact, like, I need you, because he starts off the game well. Like yesterday, he started the first quarter off well. And it's like, I mean, he was hitting shots. He was hitting shots first and second quarter. He was hitting shots. He was in the paint. He was getting favorable matchups in the paint. He was doing his thing, and then in the second half, it was just like, we need you to step up. Anthony Edwards is getting bottlenecked. He's getting double teamed. Sometimes he's seeing 3 guys coming at him, and he doesn't know. He doesn't have the quick reaction time because he's not a guard. I mean, he's not a point guard. He's not looking to pass. He's looking to score. And when you got 2 to 3 bodies in front of you, it's hard for you to adjust to that, to try to find your shot and to get into a rhythm, especially if you're not seeing the ball go down and you're not getting to the line. I think he only got to the line like 4 or 5 times, if I'm not mistaken. I could check right now.
Yeah, but you're not getting those same looks days.
Yeah, he only got to the line 4 times.
They hitting you with the Edward rules. The Jordan rules, now they got the Edward rules, man.
Yeah, facts.
And they ain't letting you get to your spots.
They're not letting you get to your shot. And rightly so. Nuggets did a great job adjusting and finding what works for them. And I think that's been their biggest pro. Like it's finding what works against the team that you're playing. And that comes with experience. That comes with good coaching. That comes with, because if you have a good coach that's going to sit there and do the research and look over the tape and see, all right, we did this wrong in the first 2 games. This is what we need to do on the next game. This is how we need to attack. This is how we need to adjust. This wasn't working. Anthony Edwards hasn't looked like himself since game 3. So I want to give more credit to the coach, but you also got to give credit to the players too, because they ultimately got to make those adjustments and play. So.
Yeah, and that's a whole fact, because that's the one thing I was going to say too. Mike Malone, he made great adjustments, especially on offense, to get them where they need to be. And I think one of the bad things too that happened with that last game, at least, like we said, we had seen Anthony Edwards have the ball a lot more because Conley wasn't there.
Yeah, that's
which is unfortunate for them. and it creates a situation where some of the times I've seen them giving a ball to Gobert on the post. Like I understand the Nuggets started switching more, so that they don't have to deal with any communication issues or anything. Because it's like Gobert on the block, he ain't really gonna be a threat like that. He's not.
I'm not afraid of him. Yeah.
So they baiting him to actually give him the ball down there, and it's like that's low efficiency, and they're actually going with it and doing it. So it's just like they're just playing into their hands even more, and it's just like Minnesota, you got to figure it out. And it's just like you said with Cat has to be another de facto scorer out there, but he can't be foolish. That's the one thing. Like I say, he played like a 14-year-old because at times he just foolish out there, and I'm just like, I hear what you're saying, like. And everybody knows, like, Cat, you have a skill, you have an ability to change the game and be dynamic out there. But the problem is anybody who watches the game doesn't trust your ability to think it out through every move. Because I see you getting charges taken again. You ran into Aaron Gordon. Like, we seen him down in the block. Like, you're one of the best 3-point shooters. And even if you're going to the basket, you have a fantastic floater for a big man. We see Jokic do it all the time as well, too.
Facts.
Take a little quick floater. If you miss it, it's like, all right, whatever. But I'd rather you not get a charge and get a foul, which we already know you're foul prone on the defensive side anyway.
Facts.
So we don't need you to get a foul on the offensive side. Yeah. Like, you're just compounding the problem. And that's the thing. We can't rely on you to be that de facto second to third scorer at times because your mindset.
Right. I think that what they should do is get both Gobert and Cat into double actions and double picks. If you have Gobert rolling to the rim off of the screen, so you set 2 screens, have Ant come over the top, have Cat, and it's gonna have to be set plays. It's gonna have to.
Nah, it's usually they run plays like that. You can run get action out of horns. It's usually like that when you use.
Right. So I would run a double screen at the top with Ant coming over the top.
Goes. Yeah, just
right. And you have Gobert rolling. You have Cat
and
you have Cat popping on that.
Oh, you're talking about just a drag screen, yeah.
Yeah, because you have to make a split-second decision depending on who's guarding that double screen, right? So say if Caldwell Pope has to go under, he's gonna have to come all the way around to meet Edwards with the action with Cat popping out, Gobert going down. It creates a little confusion. It's not gonna be something that you could do every time, but it would jumpstart your offense and create an easy bucket for you because you're gonna have to make that decision. Do I keep on the screen? Do I pass to a wide open Cat if he's wide open on the pop? Or if they're watching Cat and they're watching me coming off the screen, do I have an easy lob to Gobert? It's just certain little things that I was watching that it was like they're making it so much harder. And I understand with Conley being out and Conley not being able to run the offense to their efficiency. You're relying on Ant to do it. Ant is a scorer. Ant is looking to score. He's not looking to pass the ball. He's not looking to set up other players who, rightfully so, he's a great scorer. So get him in more favorable positions where he can either score or where it's an easier decision for him to set up an opportunity for somebody else.
Yeah.
But I hope that Conley could get back because he has an Achilles bruise, right?
Yeah, that thing is
that hurts.
That's gonna lie. Because just as we're getting older, we're old now. No,
Kali is too. Kali around our age.
Yeah. And that's happened to me before. I've had that little bruise, undiagnosed and everything, but I felt it like in my and it's just like, that pain for a little while, and I'm just walking. I'm not doing anything. I'm an EMT. I'm just lifting people and stuff. I could imagine running up and down the court for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna just be that easy to come back. He might pull up. He might come back next game. No, who knows? But shoot, that's gonna affect you. You're not gonna move.
I still think that they should they should go in. I mean, because they still got Morris. I think Morris should start right now. No,
Nah, I ain't.
because you want somebody else to get into more actions where Anthony can get
Look,
the
I ain't
ball
gonna lie.
favorably.
I hear what you're saying, and I know Morris is out there, but when I see Morris out there, Morris ain't out there with the and it's like it's just truth.
Yeah,
He's not out there with
yeah.
that attitude of I'm the point guard. Cause you
It's
gotta understand,
yeah, yeah,
I'm just out there. He's on some Norris Cole with Dwayne
yeah,
Wade. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like at
yeah.
times
I
you'll see
understand.
him as a point guard, but you just like, yo, I'm not out here really to be the point guard. And I've seen it like you still got Anthony Edwards running it. You were just out there. If I'm them, I might as well just have Nav running some more minutes and at least have my defense out there.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it is
I
what it
agree.
is. Like I'm gonna go down with the ship. Whatever I came in with and I'm playing with, that's what I'm going down with. I
Yeah,
don't call me what you want. But that Morris out there, he ain't adjust. He ain't changing anything. He ain't doing nothing on defense. He ain't doing nothing on offense for me.
yeah.
So it's like
I
I'd
can see
rather,
that. They miss Conley. They miss Conley, and I think that's a
yeah.
big. If they had, they should have went after like a Derrick Rose, a vet that could sit behind, that could come off the bench on the chance that you have an injury to your starting point guard, who is
Mhm.
good at running the offense. If they had somebody that was in there, I mean, and there was a whole bunch of players out there that could do it. Um, it's over for the T Wolves once the coach got hurt and the insult to injury. Wait, and the insult to injury was Conley.
I
I don't think it's
mean,
completely over for the Timberwolves. I think that they're gonna push it 7 games off of the string, but it really depends on what they're able to do. If Edwards could get going, then I think that they have a shot to push it to 7 games. I still think that the Nuggets is gonna win this series without Conley.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't feel like it's even going 7 games. Like the coach getting hurt, it's just like, all right, it is what it is, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's value in coaching and extremely, but it's just like
Yeah,
he's still there on the sideline. He might not be jumping out loud and going crazy, but he got somebody else doing that for him. But like you
yeah,
said,
facts.
it's not the same energy from your actual coach because he
Yeah,
can't get up and sit there and talk to you. But it's still you still get some impact from him, and it's just
yeah,
like I think the Conley injury is the part that's kind of like more
yeah.
so over the
That's
edge because
that's
it
yeah.
changes their rotations and everything, and it just
It
they
changes
already
the
was
way how they run the
adjusting.
offense. Yeah,
Yeah, they already was trying to adjust to the Nuggets, adjusting to them. Now you lost the man who can help you with some of your offensive load and doing what you got to do out there. When now your defense isn't as prevalent as it was in game 1 and 2 because the Nuggets have adjusted to that.
yeah.
Now your offense is falling short because you don't have the guy who gets y'all some of y'all gets Gobert some of those actions, some of them easy baskets. Because guess what, Anthony Edwards ain't serving them up on a dime for him. So it's just like,
Nope,
come on. And then
not at
it
all.
gets easier
I
shots
agree.
for Anthony and Cat. So it's just like
Yeah, but he
now
can't
offense
see
is
the whole
faltered.
game. It's a different feel. Um, oh boy, out of Arizona is bowling huge key factor. People forgot he was a star in Orlando back in the day. Oh, you talking about Aaron Gordon?
Aaron Gordon, yeah.
um, it's tough. It's tough. I think that the bigger issue for the Timberwolves is losing Conley. That's the biggest issue that they have. They don't have anybody to get them offensively set. They don't have anybody that is not necessarily looking to score. You need somebody that's looking to set up the scores. Somebody that's setting up the offense. Somebody that's running the offense at an efficient clip.
Mm-hmm.
That was Conley for them. They don't have that no more. They have Anthony Edwards in a pseudo point guard role where that's never been
Mm-hmm.
his role, and he has to find a way to adjust to that while still being the primary scorer. It's very hard. It's
Because
very hard for a,
I
a young kid to do because he's still young, he's still a kid. And on top of that, you're playing at the biggest level. It's not like you're
mm-hmm.
in season where you can adjust throughout a couple of months of I'm gonna miss Conley for a couple of months. I could adjust to that because we have time. You don't have time. You literally have
Yeah.
2 games left. One, technically, was it spades terms. You have one in a possible left. So
Yeah.
it's tough. I think Conley is a huge issue. Facts, almost like D Booker trying to be a point guard. That's where the Suns failed. No, the Suns failed
Hmm.
because they didn't put a roster around their 3 stars and they shipped everybody out and they didn't have depth. That's why they failed. I think that if you run it, D Book can run the point in spurts, but that's not D Book's role. D Book
Yeah.
is there to also score. You need a point guard. You need
And
somebody to be there to set up your team.
yeah, I don't want to cut you off or anything, and
Mm.
I don't want this to be one of those comparison to Jordan things. But when we look at Jordan's career, he went through a similar thing before he got
With a point guard,
Pippen and Phil Jackson. Yeah, he was scoring. Look, Anthony just dropped like 50 points the game before.
yeah,
And now he's not looking like that. You know what? What happens? Jordan could have took over games himself, but they can't win until they get a point guard, somebody who could help situate and get everybody else
facts.
involved as well.
Yes, yes,
So it's just like I said, the way Conley had got Gobert some easy shots, Cat some easy shots. Now you got Cat bumbling and stumbling down the paint. You got Gobert trying to post people up. You got Ant trying to make passes, which is like, come on, bro, we're not gonna move right. Like, so it's just
you're
like the
not.
offense. You already lost. Like I said, they already lost out in defensive impact. Their
Yep,
defense won them 2 games. The Nuggets adjusted to that. Now their offense got to hold them up just a little bit so their defense could do a little bit of what it did in the first 2 games.
yep.
And guess what? It's not happening because guess what? Jokic is showing why he won MVP number 3
That's a
because
fact.
he's going to
Fact too.
Gobert. They switching Gobert back to him, and he's just like, Gobert, now you got to guard the screen. Like, what? Gobert gotta run around a screen. He don't know what to do around that, and they just cooking him on and stuff like that. He hit him with a step back 3. Like, Gobert
I
can't
would
guard
I
that.
would give Nas Reed more minutes. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I was thinking the same thing. Like,
I
high
would give
key,
Nas Reed
Nasri
more
gets more
minutes. I would
minutes.
eat into Gobert's minutes.
Exactly, that's a fact. Cat and Nas Reed out there
Yep, facts.
a little bit more.
I don't want to stay on this topic too long. We'd have been spent like
Nah,
20 minutes on it. But yeah, let's Thunder and Mavs. They played tonight. The series is tied 2-2. Um, you had the Thunder. I had the
yeah,
Mavs.
yeah,
It's a series, bro. It's a series. You got Luca going
yeah.
crazy. It's a series right now, man.
Luka doing his thing. Yeah,
Luca doing
I
this
think
thing, man.
Luka doing his thing, but it's still crazy that Luka is still shooting horrible from 3. He's still doing
And
his
they're winning.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's still
But
because
it's
he's
like
figuring out. Go ahead.
he has the luxury. He has the luxury to shoot bad because you could kind of lean on the efficiency of Kyrie too. Because Kyrie has been pretty efficient, and
But
we've talked about
the
him
thing,
being the best closer this year.
yeah, but the thing about it, Kyrie, even during the series, Kyrie is averaging like 12 points to series.
Yeah,
We can't even say
Ky-
like sure he's being efficient with it, but he's scoring like 12 points a series. He averaged like 12 and 7, bro. He's looking like Conley out there.
yeah. His last game, the last game that they won, 9 points, 4 for 11, 9 assists. He's setting people up though.
Yeah,
He's
he
running the
is, and
floor.
that's the thing. And that's the thing I like about him because he's moving like how he's got to move. And it's like, all right, if you're gonna play us like that, let me get my guys the ball. PJ Washington been cooking. They've been all
Yeah,
making it happen. So it's just like, all right, cool, but you still got to go against Shea.
that's a tough part because Shea is he's quintessential
Quintessential, yeah,
two-way point guard.
quintessential.
Yeah, you like that big word, right? Oh, he's the quintessential two-way point guard. That's how you say it, no? That's how you say it,
Go
quintessential.
ahead,
Am I saying it wrong?
quintessential.
Am I saying it
No,
wrong?
yeah, quintessential.
But look,
Go
he's
ahead.
Luca. Luca. Shea is the he's the premier. I'll go premier. I'm like I use big words around you. He's the premier two-way point guard, and I need Shea. if the Thunder is going to be able to win this series, it's going to have to be on the back of Shea. And
Yeah.
I Shea has to do a little bit more. And I'm not even just talking about scoring. Like we go with the point guards, it's about setting up your team and getting more people involved. You know who needs to get more involved in this series? Chet.
Ooh,
Chet needs
yeah.
to get way more
But
involved. Chet is the X factor on this team. The way we say that Cat is the X factor for the Timberwolves, Chet is the X factor for the Thunder. And if they want to go where they want to go, they need Shea rolling on all cylinders, but they need Chet to be that X factor. And Chet
yeah, I think
hasn't had his Chet moment this series yet.
yeah, I could totally agree with that. But the thing about it too, when you look at how Chet plays in this offense and defense, he's doing what he has to do on the defensive side, things like that. I don't think he's doing it as to a level that we're like, damn, we need you to do that at, but he's still doing fine.
Right.
And it's just tough when you're going against Kyrie, Luca, and
Yeah.
them who's ISOing out there for your effect to be there because they're not putting themselves in a position for you to block shots and do anything about that. So
Right.
it's tough for your defensive prowess to show where y'all giving up corner threes and y'all collapsing on the paint. But on the offensive side, there has to be a way where y'all gotta get this guy some more shots, and he's gotta make these shots. Because
Yes.
the one other game that I looked at where he was like 1 for 4, I'm like, Chet, you was somebody who was shooting like 50% from three throughout the whole regular season. One of the best percentage 3-point shooter bigs out there during the regular season. And you
Facts.
want to give him a 25% shooting game?
Can't do that.
That's where it's
Can't do that
like,
in the
yeah.
playoff game.
And it's just like them shot, and it's not like 3 out of 4 of those shots was open. So it's not like they was tough shots. You're just
Yeah.
missing. So it's like we
Yeah.
need you to be that efficient scorer.
Thunder squad is so
That
deep
we
and
look
they
at
all
you.
play their roles. They are a legit team. I think the only weakness is the coach. I say you throw Pop on there and no one can stop them. Um,
Everybody said the
it's
coach. That's tough.
Pop
I
is not
think
leaving San Antonio, bro. Pop is not. It's not happening.
no,
Pop is
he's
not.
not saying he's gonna leave them, but he's saying
But
like if they had a caliber coach
if they had
of
a,
Pop.
I don't want to say that because I feel like there's a reason why they have the number one record in the league. There was a reason why it was the number
Yeah,
one seed in the
I
West,
think
and a
so.
lot of that is coaching. The coach did a phenomenal job. Wasn't he up for Coach of the Year as well? Or did he won Coach of the Year or something like
He
that?
won coach of the year.
Yeah,
He won coach of the they have coach of the year. And I think he needs to actually show that he's coach of the year and bench
yeah,
Josh Giddey and put him on the
and
secondary
put
lineup,
him in the
man.
second unit. But we talked
That's
about that.
all.
We talked about that in the middle of the
Yeah.
season that Josh Giddey should be coming off the bench, running the second
hmm
unit. We talked about that.
They they have enough
I don't.
playmakers in that
Yeah,
starting lineup with
with Chet,
Williams,
with
J
Shea,
Dub.
with Williams. Yeah,
It's just like the other people. Now you just put another shooter out there, and it opens up your floor. It's not like Josh Giddey's a plus defender. He's a decent team defender where he uses his offensive mind brilliance to be where he has to be.
the lanes.
So
Mhm.
yeah, he knows where he has to be on defense because he understands offense.
Mhm.
But it's not like he's sitting here being a positive defender where you're like, oh my God, we need him on the floor because he's shutting
Facts.
things down. He's doing things like that. No, his
Yeah,
power comes from being able to grab rebounds, pass the ball. We're not going to say he could shoot the ball.
because he can't.
So it's just like, yo, you bring him off the bench with
Mhm.
with some of those shooters as well. But it's tough because
Yep.
they bench on a real shooter. They got one shooter, but that's the person you probably would put in the lineup.
Yeah, but the
It's
thing is,
tough.
it's like you could. It's
I
still a
would
way
still,
where you can
yeah,
manage it. It's just really what it comes
yeah, I
down
would,
to. This time is micromanaging. As a
yeah, but
coach, you
it's
need
tough
to
because
learn how to micromanage and move pieces around. This is chess right now. We're not playing checkers.
yeah,
This is the playoffs. We're playing chess. Get your
but
pawns in the row.
it's tough though because I know, and like we saying what we saying, and I know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, it's like I know why the coach isn't putting him coming off the bench because you got guys like the other Jalen Williams coming off the bench who can shoot the three. But now you think about it like this: his 3-point efficiency isn't that high.
Right.
To the
But
point
neither
where
is
now
Giddy.
and that's what I'm saying. So now when you coming out, now you got to think about this. The bench unit now has two guys who can't shoot, as opposed to having one guy who can't shoot.
Right.
And then the starting unit has a guy who can't shoot. So you could manage with that, as opposed to having a bench have two people who can't shoot, but the starting lineup has everybody who can shoot. So
So
like that's one of the factors.
to remedy that, you limit the minutes, or you stagger your substitutions. That's how you
Yeah,
do it.
but that's the thing about it though. You want to take away, and that's the thing that sucks. You're gonna take away some of your rebounding potential because you don't have rebounders out there if that's the case, because
That's
Josh
also
Giddey
something.
is actually, for a guard, he's a decent rebounder.
He's Josh
And
Hart.
now when you bring in,
He's
yeah, now
Josh
when
Hart,
you
but
bring
with
in,
the pass. Yeah.
yeah, we're not athletic, he's a white boy.
Yeah.
Now you bring in Jalen Williams, who isn't a dynamic rebounder in himself either.
Right.
But it's just like, it is what it is. I think they should put Jalen Williams, put both the Jay Williams out there in the starting lineup and figure it out from there. But hey, that's me.
We'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. I can't say we, because I'm mad.
Yeah,
I'm on the mad side. I'm all for
I'm
Luka.
just hey, look, I just think Jalen Williams and Chet. This is what I've been saying for years, because the rebounding situations
Mm-hmm.
and playing some of the bigger guys, having them two out there at the same time alleviate some of the problems. And guess what? You switch out now. The thing about it is you switch out the Jalen Williams in minutes with the Josh Giddey minutes, and you could kind of stagger it a little better if you actually put out.
Yeah.
If you just switch the non-shooters out there, which Jalen Williams
Yeah.
can shoot, but he's obviously not a high clip. So
Yeah, I could get down with that. I think that this is the time of the year where you have to prove why you are coach of the year. You won the award. You had the best record in the West. The West is stacked. It's a tough conference to be in. You guys came out on top. This is where you have to show why not only you're number one, but why you're coach of the year. This is how you do it. And hopefully they can figure it out. But again, that's on your side. I'm all for the Mavs. I hope they don't figure it out. I hope Luka continues dog it out. You know what I mean? All right, Knicks and Pacers. Oh man, this has been the longest weekend. You know what's crazy? I wish I could. I should have took a screenshot and posted it as our background. But I had said Mother's Day morning, I had sent out a post on Facebook, and I said, my mom for Mother's Day wants a Knick win. Then the Pacers kept on. I felt like Drake when Kendrick dropped "Not Like Us." Like, jeez, man, they stepped on my post. I had immediately put a new post like, my mom's really not a Knick fan, so.
Oh man,
But I'm glad that they bounced back. I'm glad that the Knicks was able to right the ship back home. Now we go into Indiana tomorrow for game 6, and hopefully they could close it out. Thoughts all together on the first 5 games.
This has been a crazy up and down series for both teams, man. You know, a rough start between these calls in the first 2 games. You know, whatever.
A lot of bad calls.
It is what it is. But it's just like, it's crazy moments, and I'm glad to watch this series and see this series and see Tyrese Halliburton. That threw me off of Tyler.
I was trying to see where he's going.
Yeah, to see Tyrese Halliburton have his moments, and then because point guard, so I always gotta watch my boy.
You gotta watch
from his ups and downs. This series ain't been the greatest, but he had a good moment. And just to see Brunson go crazy,
my boy Brunny.
Despite all these injuries and everything going on with the Knicks, they still out here fighting, playing 100 and some odd minutes for Josh Hart out here in the series. Crazy. And he's still running like he's still fresh out the gym. Like he's like Dennis Rodman. You remember the story that they was talking about? Oh, Dennis Rodman came from the club, came to practice, was out lapping all of us. Like what?
Yeah.
That's what I think of Josh Hart. He's going out there going crazy. So like this series is the grittiest series out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. And as a New Yorker, I want to see the Knicks win, but they are so banged up that it's just like it's so tough. Like, yo, I just want to see a good series because we know the next team is going to be playing the Celtics. And a
And it's gonna be
banged up
a tough.
Knicks isn't going to, you know what I mean? A banged up Knicks
Yeah.
isn't going to look so pretty out there. So that's the only reason, like, I would want to see the Pacers move on, but obviously, I want the Knicks to win.
It's
But
tough because
teams at their best.
It's tough because I feel like the Celtics have a more favorable matchup with the Knicks, whereas the Pacers, their youth, the speed at which they play, it makes it a tough matchup for anybody that they play because of how fast they play. And then you got to play these guys, question mark 7 games.
Mm-hmm.
7 games of running up and down, offense and defense, getting back, transition. It's tough. And then you play a more slow, methodical, half-court offense, half-court defense in Boston. I think that this is the series that's challenging the Knicks, and if they can make it out this series a little bit unscathed, because there's a lot of injuries. OG is banged up. They don't have Randall. They don't have Mitchell. There's a lot of injuries to them currently. But if they can make it out of this series unscathed, I think that going into the Celtics series, they have a shot because of their adversity, because of everything that they have to go through. Plus, they don't have to run up and down the court as much with going against Boston. Boston plays a lot like the Knicks. They just shoot a lot more threes. Yeah. That's what you're gonna have to defend, and you're gonna need OG. You need OG to be able to guard the Tatums, the Browns, because Hart could grab one. Who's gonna grab the other? I don't have DiVincenzo on Tatum. I'll have Hart on Brown, and I have OG on Tatum. That's the way I would run my lineup. You don't want DiVincenzo is a really good defender. He's a savvy defender.
But that's
he's undersized for Tatum. Undersized for Tatum and too little for Brown. I would put
DiVincenzo that's why it's so tough.
On Holiday.
But that's the thing that's tough. It's just like all these guys are white. They still got White out there as well too. It's tough, like going against it.
It's tough. They need their guys. I say that they need OG. They need OG bad. Definitely. I could live without Mitchell, but you can't live without OG. OG not being in the lineup and having to guard Tatum and Brown, the switches, the way that they ISO, the strength at which they play, because Brown plays a lot more aggressive than Tatum. Tatum is a little bit more finesse. Get to my spot, and I'm gonna post you up. I'm gonna do a little spin around. I'm gonna check it down. Brown is I'm downhill. I'm downhill, and if I'm not downhill, I'm gonna get you off balance so I can shoot a 3. White is a little bit more easier to guard. Holiday is a little bit more easier to guard. Right now in Boston, did they get Porzingis back?
No.
Okay, so without Porzingis, that's a little bit more favorable. Even with Porzingis, you could have Hartenstein or Precious out there, but my main concern going into this is without OG, it's going to be harder to effectively be able to switch and guard Tatum and Brown. Those are my main concerns. But OG in the lineup, I like the Knicks shot. I really do. I think that OG is not going to give you all of the offense. He's going to give you some threes. He's gonna give you some backdoor cuts. He's gonna get you a good, anywhere between 12 to 20 points. What you need is his defense. That's what you need.
Yeah.
You need somebody to stop one. You're not gonna be able to stop both. You can slow down both, but you're not gonna stop them. You can stop one with OG. That's all you need. And I think that with that, you have a shot. So I think that coming out of this series, OG is healthy enough to play against the Celtics. I would, in my opinion, If I was Tibbs, I would keep OG out one more game, let him get his hamstring right, because that hamstring injury, that sore, it popped, whatever it is, that hurts. We play ball, we play sports, so we know that hamstring injury hurts. A sore hamstring hurts. You can't even sit down correctly with a sore hamstring. So let OG get right. Don't start him into the Celtics series. But I like the series so far. I think that the Pacers have played terrific.
Yeah. Shout out Obi, man.
Shout out Obi. Shout out white boy over there. What's his name? Off the bench.
McConnell. Shout out
McConnell.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Shout out McConnell.
Yeah, showing McConnell. He's always been a solid player.
McConnell,
but I just want to shout out OB because he was out in a Knicks uniform. Then he's out of the Pacers going crazy.
He's from New York too.
Thing, man. So,
and I think we still got his little brother on the bench.
Yeah. You chopping the topping, yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, shout out them boys, man. Shout out Carlisle for making the adjustments in game 3 and 4. And making sure that they could push the pace and everything. In game 5, it was just home. Knicks is home. They're comfortable. They're gonna make their shot. So
exactly.
But yeah, man, that's our show. Take us out, man. Take us out. Oh, wait.
What's up?
Oh no, Celtics is still winning. We good. Go ahead, take us out.
Oh, the Celtics, yeah. That series is over. We'll talk about that.
That series is over. Series is over. This is done.
Oh shit. Damn. I dropped my shit. You already know the vibes, man. Like, share, sub, and all the above. Everybody you know to tune in. Next week we'll be here. We'll always be here. We ain't going nowhere. Straight facts.